Ladies and gentlemen, lovely to have you back. Let's get started on our ladder grind to diamond. Let's check the damage first. Where are we at? Bronze tier 5. Exactly where I belong, some would say. We have got a lot of work to do. We are quite literally, I think, at the bottom. So it should be fun to grind our way back up. Master Duel has a firm grasp on my wallet. Let's get ourselves the Duel Pass so we can start reaping some rewards. 700. Easy purchase, bro. All right, what are we playing today? Let's check out some of the options. Last video, we took the time to spiffy up these last 4 decks here. We'll definitely see these on later episodes, but I realized I don't want to just be pub stomping people with like double Gazelle Salamangreat this early on in the ladder grind, right? So let's do something that is strictly forbidden in this game. Let's have fun in Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Let's build some Orcusts out. I thought I was going to scrap this list, but let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into it. Let's see if we can fix it up and just have some fun in bronze. A lot of shortcomings, but also some cool things that differ from the TCG. Let's get these banned cards out of here first, right? If we're going to be ballsy, let's be ballsy in bronze, dude. I'm going to still play the DPE package, just we can't play Celestial anymore. Destiny Hero, got to plug in 2 new fellas. Denier being one of them. In the second one, let's play 2 copies of Malicious. This is actually super helpful. These guys are also darks, so it doesn't really interfere with our Orcust strategy. Gotta go down to 1 Fusion Destiny, man. Risky business. I talked about this last episode, but if this gets negated by Effect Veiler or Infinite Impermanence, or, you know, your 1 hard-drawn Fusion Destiny gets ashed, this entire engine here, these last 3 cards, are totally bricked from the deck. Like, you have no other way to summon DP. All right, I don't know why I'm thinking about this too hard. This should be good enough for bronze. Let me go over the list. Today, we're going to be playing Orcust, an archetype that revolves around a whole bunch of monsters that are based off of musical notation, I believe. They're all dark machine monsters, with the majority of them having powerful graveyard effects, which when you use them, they lock you specifically into dark monsters. There is a card, Orcust Crescendo, that locks you specifically into dark machine if you use its secondary effect to search, but that's the only time where you get locked specifically into machines, which allows us to play some other engines, like the Predaplant Verte Anaconda, as well as the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, still, even with Celestial banned. I did talk briefly, we are going to play Denier as well as Malicious. This combo here allows us to send both of them and get us 2 summons off of Malicious, because we get to stack one of the banished ones back into the deck. There are other options that you can try out. Like, I think the other ones some people might be trying out is Destiny Hero Draw. If I could spell, I'll show you. Destiny Hero Draw Hand, I think, is the other one that people are trying out here. This one, if it's special summoned by a hero monster, so if DPE gets outed and they have to summon it something else during the next standby phase, you can summon this one, and then both players draw a card. I don't think that's as good as this Malicious synergy here with Denier, especially in a deck that, again, summons all dark monsters. Can't say no to it. One of the infamous cards that was available in the TCG that we actually don't even have in Master Duel is, it's not even here, you can't even see it, Nightmare Mermaid. Anybody from Master Duel will not recognize this image here, bro. We can point them out clearly. Nightmare Mermaid was released in Flames of Destruction alongside all of the other Nightmare monsters, actually. Nightmare Mermaid had some niche uses for co-linking and getting Ibly out the deck, but it wouldn't get really good until Savage Strike once we had the release of Orcust Nightmare. Nightmare Mermaid is a link 1 where we use any of our other Nightmare monsters and we can just downlink it into Mermaid here. And then it also has the effect where we can discard a card to special summon a Nightmare monster from the deck. And if it was co-linked, we draw a card. When this card was first released, the only card you could actually bring out was Nightmare Corruptor Ibly, which had some niche uses for, like I said, stopping your opponent from link summoning with it. It's the only thing they can do when this card's on the field, I think, but it was pretty easy to out. There wasn't a really good target, like I said, until we got Orcust Nightmare, which just tied perfectly in with the Orcust deck. It's a Nightmare monster that you are able to summon off, and then once you link them away here into any other monster, you can use Nightmare's effect in the graveyard to dump any dark machine, which that dark machine would be Harpoor to really get your Orcust engine going. So essentially what you could do is, since all these Nightmare monsters are so generic, you could put any 2 monsters into the game into a full Orcust combo by getting yourself Nightmare from the deck with Mermaid and then popping off from there. It was a bad time to play the game, I will say. Had a whole bunch of engines like Trickstars being able to use it. Like, Trickstar was one of the more popular ones because the light stage, as we're seeing now, could freeze a back row card, which came in super handy. In TCG land, we do have a few key differences. One is that Harpoor is very forbidden. This card is no longer legal in the TCG. We just aren't able to see those massive, potent combos coming off from one card. This is the best one in the Orcust deck. A lot of people think it could come back now. I think it could come back now, but it's currently at 1 in Master Duel. It allows us to summon an Orcust monster from the the deck. Typically, we're going to go for the other one of here, Girsu. Girsu is at 3 in the TCG, but it's perfectly balanced because we don't have the Harp Horror to balance it with. Girsu allows us to, when it's normal or special summon, send an Orcust or a World Legacy card to the graveyard. So Foolish Burial is one of them. Also, if you control no other monsters, so if this is your first summon off of Harp Horror, or just even your normal summon, you can make a free token. And the token's a level 1, which you can blink into Link Karibo, which then gives you a 1-card access to Galatea. Plus, you Foolish Burialed something like either your Nightmare or the Harp Horror, and you're just able to pop off on more combos from there. The ideal end board for this deck is a little bit non-threatening. You're going to end on a card like IP Masquerena with Ding Girsu in the graveyard, as well as an Orcust Symbol Skeleton and the Orchestrated Babble face up on the field. What this card allows you to do is activate all your graveyard effects of the Orcust monsters on your opponent's turn. So there's powerful ones like Simple Skeleton, which allows you to summon one from the graveyard. So a card like Ding Girsu, when you summon it from the graveyard, because it just needs to be special summoned, it can non-targeting send a card our opponent controls to the graveyard or attach a banished machine monster. So you have two obvious points of interruption, being able to Symbol Skeleton back this Ding Girsu to non-targeting send something on our opponent's turn, and then we can actually use the IP to then link summon into a Nightmare Unicorn, shuffle something back too. Our best normal summons is Girsu and Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler gives us an alternative combo where we're able to dump 2 additional cards from our deck, as well as if we're going second, non-targeting pop something from our opponent. If we have the Scrap Recycler or normal summon, we can trade any other card in our hand that we can set, something that we can pop off of Scrap Wyvern, and we can set up a board of like Appaloosa plus IP Masquerena, as well as the DPE too. I'm excited to see how DPE works in this deck. It's going to be definitely risky. We're playing a 40-card list with 3 bricks in the deck and 1 fusion spell. It's going to be fun to test. Our hand traps of choice for the lower sections are we're going to be playing the Max C because I think it is the most ubiquitous hand trap. I feel like if anybody's playing this game, even if they're in bronze, like one of their first grabs is probably Max C, right? Maybe. We're going to play the Max C to stymie our opponent's turns, and then the Ash to counter the Max C too. I think those are the 2 best. Called by the Grave, still at 2. Lovely card to be able to play to push these combos through. Let's give this a shot. Let's start our ladder climb. I still have all the Orcust pieces. I am patiently waiting the day that Harp Horror comes back to 1. It's going to be fun to play that deck again. And at the moment, though, in a meta with, main deck Dark Ruler no more, IP Masquerena literally does nothing against that. Switch up the decks here. We're going to be playing those Orcusts. What sleeves do I got on this thing? All right, ladies and gentlemen, for our very first matchup of Bronze Tier 5, we got work to do, bro. Let's see who we're facing. High stakes already. If either one of us win this, we're going all the way to Tier 4. Our opponent's allowing us to go first. Sounds like a plan to me, fella. Give me the greatest grip known to man. Recycler in hand, I can't lose. Hey, my man. This hand is very solid, actually. Having the Harp Horror in the hand might make things a little sticky, but I think there might be a way we can get it out of there. All right, we'll start by summoning our Scrap Recycler. A lot of the combos that we have actually just branch from Recycler himself, so it should be pretty fun to show you some of the options here. Scrap Recycler has a normal summon effect where we can send a machine monster from the deck to the graveyard. So we're going to be able to send Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion. O-Lion's currently banned in the TCG. Pretty simple card. If it's sent to the graveyard, we can summon a Mecha Phantom Beast token. So we're going to summon one of those in defense position. It's banned in TCG because of Halka Fibrax, and I'm surprised we have it here because we can pair it with a Rorodon and do some silly things like that. We're going to need a card to pop off of our Scrap Wyvern, so I am going to set the Forbidden Droplet because I'd rather have the Crescendo around. We'll take the Scrap Wyvern. We're going to link these 2 bad boys off, put them into that. Scrap Wyvern's got a really interesting effect. And it brings up something that I probably won't get too depth in about, but that's missing the timing. Scrap Recycler is such an old card that it has when in it. This matters when you're trying to activate trigger effects. When something has when in it, it has to be the very last action in the chain for you to be able to activate that effect. So Scrap Wyvern, I'm going to activate this effect here. What it does is allows me to target and special summon a Scrap monster in the graveyard and then destroy a card in the field. Notice I'm saying destroy the card in the field is the last action to happen. So I am going to pop the Recycler, but I can't get that free send off of the Recyclable, even if it was summoned, because it's not the last thing that happens in the chain. So I'm going to activate the Scrap Wyvern here, pop any other card, which is going to be this Droplet here. This does not target, so, it could pop any of your opponent's card if they had anything, but we're going to summon the Golem from the deck. Golem has a simple effect. Once per turn, we can summon a Scrap monster in the graveyard. So I'm going to summon back the Recycler. This is the only thing that happens. Boop. Summon this. It's going to allow me to activate the Recycler effect. Right here, we do have a card in deck that we want to summon, and that is Lib. Lib requires us to have a World Legacy monster in the graveyard. Wander Wand's the only one. It's not a bad one, but we need to send it to be able to summon Lib here. Now that's out of the way. Let's link some of these 2. Put them in a Lib right underneath the Wyvern here. Lib is pretty sick. It's got an effect where if it's linked off, we can non-targeting shuffle something in our opponent's deck too. So if we don't get rid of her, we can actually use her with IP on our opponent's turn to have a non-targeting send with Ding Girsu, as well as a shuffle back. Pretty neat. We're going to activate our effect, though. We can set a World Legacy spell or trap directly from the deck. Succession's a normal spell card. This is literally Monster Reborn. So we're going to summon back the Golem here. We're going to use him again. Big fridge, man. My man, bro. Look at him. Cool. So we'll activate Golem. Golem, pull back the Recycler. We'll Recycler effect again. From here, I have Harp Horror in my hand, which I normally would go for. So I think I'm just going to send my dude Nightmare here to the graveyard. Keep in mind, as soon as I activate any of my Orcust monsters in the graveyard, I am locked into the Dark attribute. So we want to get any of our links out of the way that don't involve that attribute. I am going to use the Wyvern, and I'm going to use the Golem and the Recycler. We're going to put them in the Appaloosa here. This is pretty much the end of the basic combo with Scrap Recycler. From here, you get fancy with all your Orcust cards and see what you want to do. I have to figure that out now that this Harp Horror is in my hand. We'll see what's up. If I played Brass Bombard, that'd be a really easy way to get it out, but I don't. We'll activate Nightmare. I'm going to boost up the Appaloosa because it'll go away anyways. I have a Wand in the graveyard. I'm trying to find my easiest way into Galatea, which I don't really have a simple one because of this fucking Harp Horror in my hand. Oh my god, it all comes to that. It's so sad. All right, I think the best bet here, we're going to dump the Symbol Skeleton to the graveyard. I'm going to activate the World Wand. It allows me to get back a banished Orcust monster, so since we already banished the Nightmare through that, we can summon it back. Nice and simple. How you doing? See, and now normally this would be like awesome if I had Harp Horror, but I don't, so I'm going to have to get rid of my Lib, which is unfortunate. I'm going to lose that Shuffle back, but I think it's worth it here. I'm going to go into Galatea, I think is the lady of choice. Yes, Galatea. Okay, Taya. This is asking us if we want to activate that Shuffle back effect. I really don't, I got to be honest. Cool. I'm going to want this Symbol Skeleton back, so I am going to activate it, and we're going to summon back the Nightmare again. Now we can activate Galatea. Galatea has the effect where we can shuffle back one of these banished ones here. I am going to put back the World Wand because I'm going to attach off the Dingirsu, the Symbol Skeleton. And then we will set a card. I will set the Orchestrated Babel, I think. Yeah, I'm going to set the Orchestrated Babel. I'm going to show you guys the basic end board here. So we get the Babel. We're going to immediately activate it so we don't forget. I've had times where I've done that. Dingirsu's got another effect here. We can just Slapatron it on top of an Orcust Link monster. So we're going to use our one of Galatea to bring out Dingirsu, the Orcust Evening Star. Can't send anything to the graveyard, so I'm going to equip. Attach one of the banished and some Symbol Skeleton. Throw it under. Cool. Now we got two dudes here. Going to take them, and we're going to throw them into the IP Masquerena. This is going to be our best bet here, I think, here. Tied with an Appaloosa on the board, I don't think it's too bad. Fortunately, not able to spin off a DPE play here, but we are loaded in the graveyard for next turn. Multiple quick effects that we can, again, use on our opponent's turn with Babel. Couple monster negates, not too shabby. Running out of time. Trying to explain everything is a little tough. See what our opponent's splash he's got here. Lady Debug. Probably a Salamangreat deck. I wouldn't be surprised not to see this like this early. I am going to stop him from getting his search. If I do, actually, I lose 800. Debug can get over Appaloosa. But that's okay. I have the IP. So I think I'm definitely going to activate this Appaloosa here to negate the search from Debug. Got to stop him from getting a Gazelle. You know, right? It's probably what he's going for. If he attempts to leave his main phase, I can just use the IP Masquerena. I think definitely... Oh, he's just going straight for Balinks. That's, like, fine, too. I definitely think the right play was probably... Late Disciple? Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, sure, dude. That's totally fine. I didn't see this one coming. Radiator? I gotta admit, I don't know what half these cards do. If only Distant Coder played more against me, I'd know. That's not an activated effect. That's kind of tough. Still not much of an issue, I will say. This negates something. So he's targeting the Appaloosa. I'm gonna have to force the negate there. That's okay. Okay, so he's trying to leave the main phase now. This is where we got to pop into action here. So I am going to activate the Symbol Skeleton. We're going to get a little bit cooking here. Going to pull back Dingirsu. Dingirsu's effect is not only when it's XYZ summoned, loosely using the term, but it's also when it's special summoned. Attaching is really good when we want to get stuff back into rotation from the banished pile. Right now we only have a Symbol Skeleton banished there, but I've got one in hand. So once I make, Unicorn, I can just pitch this from hand and we can get things popping off again with there. Okay. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Who made decks evenly match? This is the first game I've played. Wow, that's unfortunate. I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. All right. Well, I kind of want to keep none of this now, bro. Oh my God. Oh, I'm running out of time too, bro. This is a decision. Right. Okay. I'm going to get rid of everything that is, oh my fucking God, bro. I'll get rid of this. I will keep the Appaloosa around. I have a second Dingirsu, so we'll get rid of all of those. I'm mortified, bro. I literally got even. Okay, so if he passes it back to my turn with no other contention here. I think the main goal is just to try to make Boral Sword go for game here in 44 seconds. Probably can do it. All right, bro. Got to warp speed this thing here. A malicious in hand, it's typical, right? All right, so I'm going to normal summon the Symbol Skeleton. I think that's our main play right there. Okay, I got to take these. I got to put them into something. Oh, this is going to be spicy. I'm going to go into Phoenix. Phoenix is going to be cool because I'm going to be able to pop this one back row he has while simultaneously getting a card in my hand. Harpour is probably the go-to because I still have Gearsu in deck. Mally's going to come out of the hand regardless. So we will pitch Harpour. Pop that. I don't even know what that card is. I'm perfectly okay with this. We'll go Harpour, lock myself into the darks. I am perfectly okay with that. Gearsu effect, get us to send. I will send the World Wand. All right, World Wand effect. I will get back the Symbol Skeleton. Okay, cool. We have game here. All right, I'm going to make the Boral Sword Dragon. I'm going to use these three. Talking about Boral Sword Dragon, it's a dark machine, so it allows us to play all this through it here. So I'm going to activate then the Orcust Nightmare. I'm just going to target the Boral Sword Dragon. Going to send Gizmek Orochi. Just these two alone is game on its own. But why not style on him a bit, bro? Symbol Skeleton. All right, let's close it out here. Banish a couple cards for Gizmek. All right, cool. Let's close it out here. Nice. Bing. Not a bad start. Didn't even have to use the Boral Sword effect there. Easy game. First Dubinsky of the ladder climb. Yes, sir. Up to tier 3, right. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit something about some of the basic combos because I fully commentated that game in my thought process. But now I'm going to just try to play a little bit more often. I'll get some of the highlights or maybe some of like the junctures that might be a little bit difficult for this deck. I'll also show you guys when I summon DP. Let's hop in for another one. Hey, if you're going to let me win the coin flip, easy breezy going to get through bronze, dude. Let me tell you. Okay. You can't win them all. This hand is completely unplayable. I actually have 0 plays. But let me tell you what, it's not going to matter. In the bronze rake, I don't plan on losing. I'm going to set the twin twisties, and I'll set the droplet here. Let's get blown up by Feather Duster. Unfortunately, with Prosperity going to 1-2, I had to cut it. So, like, Prosperity was one of the easy ways to get your one-ofs, like Scrap Recycler, and actually start playing the game. Oh my god, fucking Altergeist. Shitty situation. I really can't let him sink it. Oh my god, bro, you gotta be kidding me! I have to Twin Twister this Secret Village. I don't have any spellcasters in this deck. Alright. It is what it is. I will pitch the World Wand, and I do have to pop this. No, I will not pop another card. Bro, this is bronze! Why? Oh, why is he playing this in bronze? Spoofing. It's never easy. Oh, don't take spoofing. He's got spoofing back there already, probably, then. I have lost this game in spades, bro. I don't know if there's any draw that can get me out of this situation. All right, draw the sentry. You got it. I don't have words. All right. Cool. Go ahead. I've never read this card in my life. Special summon this as an effect monster? Sounds like to me I can max E here. I didn't expect to resolve this during this matchup. Ash Blossom is so bad in this matchup too. It doesn't stop Marionetter. It stops Mellowstick if he links it off in a Link Karibo. A second one. Oh my god. Link 3? What? Prime Banshee! Bro, I'm going to lose to some of the most unknown Altergeist cards in the game. Oh, this is a main phase. Okay, so he can still summon Soliloquist. And you know what? If I could draw a playable card, I would probably have a chance. I'm not winning this game. That's sad. Can't even make it out of bronze. Don't worry. That's what I get for playing Orcust. All right, better luck this time. Another hand. This hand, wow, not a single Spellion card in the hand, but that's okay. With the open of Scrap Recycler, we can make it work. Let's... Oh, I can't make this work. With Scrap Wyvern, I have to pop another set card. I cannot pop the Scrap Wyvern itself. Otherwise, I can't do any of the combos. Okay, so I can't make the full Recycler combo happen because I don't have a card that I can set. No spell card or anything. But watch this. Since we have World Wand in hand, we're going to actually use the Forbidden second effect. Okay, never mind, he has a hand trap. We're not going to be able to do anything this turn. Infip is absolutely the best hand trap you can play there. Deck that is very normal summon dependent. We're not going to be able to do anything else here following up. We did have some plays if this resolved, but it didn't. Our other option was just, set Harpour and hope for the best. But I didn't think that was going to be good. 2 hand traps in hand, though. I'm not too upset. We should be able to make some magic happen next turn. All right. Cyber Dragon. Okay. I am going to max E here because he can contact fuse in the Chimera tech with my Scrap Recycler. I don't know if he plays it, but seems like the most value I'll be getting off a max E here. Don't tell me that's literally his turn and I just wasted it. Wow, that literally is his turn. All right, no problem here. Now we can actually make some things happen. Another maxi off the top would... It's only fair. Right, so we're going to make some magic happen with Heart Pour, actually, because we're going to ram it during the battle phase. Again, remember, getting all these Orcusts in the graveyard is super, super important. So this play might seem a little weird, but at the cost of 400 life points to make literally every play I desire in this game, small price to pay, okay? Any hand traps? No, sir. I'm going to get the best one here. Girsu. We're going to be able to use both of Girsu's effects, bro. This is crazy. All right, Girsu, he's going to be able to dump us something. We don't have Nightmare yet. We could World one. I do want the Nightmare. That's definitely what I want. Booming. Cool. And then I get my free token as well. Thank you. So we need 2 effect monsters to be able to make Galatea. But that's all right because we have them. Because I can just link this level 1 token into a Link Karibo. And then where is she? The lovely lady, man. Oh, I love this card more than anything, bro. All right, got a Nightmare. Boost this bad bitch up a little bit. I got to decide what I want to dump from the deck here. World Wand in hand. I got to get the World Wand out of my hand. So I think I got to go for second World Wand, right? Yeah, I am going to go for the World Wand here. Okay, I got a plan here. So we're going to dump the World Wand. Use the second effect. I love this. If it's sent to graveyard and you have another World Legacy monster in your hand, you can special summon it. The only other one we play in the deck is another copy of World Wand. That's the only way we're able to make this happen. Now that that's done, I'm going to Galatea here. We're going to get that Babble that we talked about. I am going to put the Nightmare back. I do want the Heart Pour. Set the Babel. Nice. All right, let's get back this Heart Pour here with the World Wand. I was going to get it back with Dingirsu, but I don't got to because I have that. So we'll special summon the Harp. Just a little shy on the resources to be able to kill with Boral Sword. That's all right, though. All right, the Trash Dinging. Don't have anything banished. I don't think I do. No, I have a World One, but that's okay. I already have one in the graveyard. So I am going to send a card. I am going to send the Sidra out of the way. So if I make a DPE line here, I can have DPE, which of course is crazy. But I can also do a Masquerena line where I get this Harp Horror out of the way. And then I can Nightmare Unicorn on my opponent's turn. I do think DP is more valuable here, though. Let's go for DP. Handsome fella. How you doing, Anaconda? First activation under the new Forbidden Unlimited list. Just as powerful as last time. Okay, so now we got 2 hand traps, DPE, plus Harp Horror on our opponent's turn. It's not going to be able to do anything here, but that's okay. I am going to activate the Destroyer Penis Enforcer here. All right, let's pass it over to him. See what he's got. You gotta be kidding. Where are they? This is bronze, bro. Where do people come up with this shit? I'm getting super polyed in bronze. Starving Venom? Are you kidding me? Oh, Draco's Depel. Yeah, go figure. What the fuck is going on, dude? All right, Rev System, huh? All right, well, on the bright side, we're not dead. I mean, I guess that's an upside, right? I am going to let him sink through this attack with Sidra, and then we'll use the Harp Horror on the run back here. We should be able to wrap this game up still. All right, big blocker with the Symbol Skeleton. Gonna have to redirect there. It's still 23. I can't believe I got super polyed, bro. This is literally bronze. All right, neat. So we should be able to make it still work here. I am going to Symbol Skeleton during the end of his turn. And I'm going to be able to get back the Dingirsu or the Galatea here. Which one do I want? Galatea here. And then still during the end phase, I'm going to activate this Galatea effect. We'll put back... Where is it? Where is it? I'm going to throw back the Harp Horror again. And then I will set a card. Give me the return? Yeah, return. Okay, cool. So we should be able to wrap this up here. Draw phase. Worst draw in the deck, bro. Do I have a recycler in here? I do? Oh my god. It still doesn't matter. That's fun. Cool. So we got some fun things we can do here now. I'm going to actually activate Malicious. I can pull out another Malicious from the deck and then distribute it for Scrap Golem. Isn't that silly? Booming, bro. Yeah. There he is. The one time the fridge draw has come in clutch. Beautiful. That's so sick. That's fine. Okay, so he's negating the effect of the Scrap Golem, which is all right. That's okay. I'm not really bent out of shape about it. He's still 100% Dedinsky right here. Man, Denier is so crazy too. Literally a free summon. So I am going to Denier. And he's a dark, just so strong, dude. I'm going to put the Denier. Denier's going to restack the Mally from the bin. Oh, it's going to stack it, and then I can use it again. This is so sick. I think it's worth all the bricks. This is ridiculous. All right, I'm going to go for a Borosword play. All right, I got a Dingirsu in the graveyard, so let's bring it back, and we'll push for game. How about that? Symbilian Skeleton, going to bring back the Dingirsu. Cool, so this is game here. Borosword coming in absolute clutch here. The DPE follow-up was super crazy. I want to say crazy. That was insane. I'm going to just send a card our opponent controls. We'll get rid of the Stapelia. Battle Step, not going to gain anything. I felt really good about that game, actually. We opened up super poorly, I think. Well, no, we didn't open up poorly. Okay, we opened up Recycler, which is insane. But being stopped by a hand trap, we're still able to make it work, which was nice here. Much better than the Altergeist game, I'll put it that way. Bronze tier 3, baby. Let's make it out of bronze here. We can do it. 100 gems. I'm rich. So we're in bronze 3, and I feel like I've already seen it all, dude. I just got super polyed in bronze. I got super polyed in bronze. Oh, I've been on a good streak with these coin flips. Just give me the hands to pair with it, please. All right, see how good the grip is? We'll make it work. Like I said before, can't do any of the Wyvern plays because I don't have another card I can set. Unlucky. All right, this shouldn't be too bad, actually. This is a pretty okay opening. I think it's IP Pass, which is our ideal board state, like we said. Okay, so we're going to dump the Nightmare. There's a lot of lines in the TCG where you would be able to utilize double Galatea because you could take this Galatea and then put Dingirsu, slap him into another Galatea, which would make some really nice follow-up plays. But we only have one, which, again, it's not a huge hindrance. I've been able to play around it and make some pretty intriguing boards, but definitely is a lot easier when you're able to have multiple Galatea. Is that a fair trade-off for not having Harpour? Ooh, I don't think so, man. I 100% would prefer Harpour. Gonna dump the World Wand here. So we could set up the IP here, but I think I actually am going to set up the Predaplant because we still have a way to bring back Dingirsu on our opponent's turn. And this is an extra disruption with DP. Our opponent would have stopped something if he had it earlier. So this time we ended on Destroy Your Phoenix Enforcer. We got the Mally and the Denier in the graveyard. Nightmare at the ready. Harpour at the ready. It's looking good, man. So the Nightmare can dump us our Symbol Skeleton. We have an additional send on our opponent's turn. Let's see what they're up to. Okay. This guy's going to feel real sad when he activates this effect and sends a Divine Beast from his hand to the graveyard. What's its second effect here? Wow, this card is so bad. That card is very bad. Oh, poor guy. Oh, poor, he sends Obelisk, the Tormentor. Okay, so we're going to send the DP and get rid of the Millennium Element. Man, I hate bullying noobs, bro. Ancient Chant. All right, well, I think I'm going to Ash this Ancient Chant. Interesting. This has gone swimmingly so far, I will say. All right, so I am going to do a little bit of popping off here. We'll get the Nightmare. I think this is the end of his turn here. Nice. All right, yeah, like I said, end of his turn. Everything is just easy peasy from here on out. Oh, I forgot I got DP'd. Oh my god, this has been a wash. I totally forgot I had Destroy Your Phoenix Enforcer. Beautiful. All right, that was actually the first, I think, easiest game I've had all day today. Into the bronze tier 2, making progress, baby. Have I lost a coin flip yet? Feels kind of nice, dude. I'm not going to lie. Easy. So we've had tremendous luck these last few hands. Haven't been able to pop up on full Recycler combo. Can we change it? No, absolutely not. This is the biggest brick of all time, actually. Not even a brick, though, because we can still make that same play we did last time. Opening O-line is the worst feeling ever, though, I will say. Let's go. I love when it just pops up right away, telling me my opponent has 0 responses. Nice. All right, we got the full basic combo again. Right. I keep finding myself going for Verte Anaconda over the IP, because I just feel like even for follow-up, and in earlier ranks too, DP is just a menace. Against any rogue deck, like Destroy Your Phoenix Enforcer, just, it completely, like, takes control of the game. And, like, this follow-up too, like, you guys saw the stuff with Denier Mally. Like, if you just don't have a way to kill me, you're losing the game next turn. DP Anaconda plus the Dingirsu at the ready with a Maxi in hand too if it wasn't good enough. All right, man. Try your best. There's no way. Please tell. Come on, man. That can't be it. Put another one down. Come on. What is this? Turbo Booster. Wow. This card is extremely bad. This might be one of the worst cards I've seen in a while. Oh, where art thou? All right. Appliancers. Appliancers. All right, man. Typical bronze activities. Sorry, fella. It was fun while it lasted. I'll be taking my rank up. Thank you very much. Man, using malicious more than once feels so unfair. Handsome Mally right there. And I'm going to deny it back here in a second. Hold on. Got to make access first. Yeah, sorry there, fella. All right, cool. Moving on to bronze tier 1. We got one more to go. Get us out of this bronze rank into the silver where we belong. That's where I was last season. Oh, we were making so much ground. All right, for all the marbles, sorry, Villalius. Your run is over, especially when I win the coin flip again. I've been spooned this rank up. All right. Beautiful hand, too. Wow. This is crazy. This is everything I wanted and more. No hand traps. It is as good as over for my dude here. Unfortunately, Girsu's in hand, which is a little bit iffy, but we can still make some killer plays happen here. Yo, I'm clicking an outrageous amount of buttons right now, dude. The APM is off the charts. Now I got options again. I'd like to end on a board of Predaplant IP with the lib. It might be a little bit difficult here. Let's make the IP super early. Let's see what happens if I make this IP super, super early here. Let's try this out. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, this has turned out really, really good, actually. This board's crazy. All right, hey, this is pretty decent. All right, cool. We're going to pick up the Dingirsu. He's going to attach one of our banished boys here. I think Nightmare's over there. Yep. Going to take him, put him into Predaplant, and we ended on the Dream board. This has turned out really good, actually. You can take these two losers, put them into Preda. Nice. So now on top of everything, we literally have like 2 shufflebacks, too. This is as good as it gets, I will tell you. All right, we'll just go to end phase. Strong feeling we're getting to silver. Look, I wouldn't even be surprised if he doesn't play a card. Just kidding. What is this? Time Lord. Good thing. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Oh, sorry, fella. It's a good thing that none of my cards do that. They'll send without targeting. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. All right, we'll start with the symbol skeleton. We'll be humble. We'll be humble. Bring back the Dingirsu. Can't be destroyed by card effect. That is no problem. Sorry, buddy. All right. Try to leave the main phase again? Oh, man, I'm just screwing around at this point, bro. I'm going to summon this Boral Sword super early. I'm going to use 1, 2, 3. And I get to shuffle back with the lib, too. Oh, stop. It was just not meant to be, my man. Not meant to be. That was crazy. All off of a Recycler. That was above average, I'd say. We're out of silver. Yes, sir! We did it! Oh, that actually took longer than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie. We had some hiccups in the early stage, man. Super poly. Evenly matched with the Altergeist. You kidding me? Nice to see we're in the silver. Better luck moving up into the gold ranks. We got some work to do, though. I think I might start doing some of this grind on stream. If you guys want to catch that, check me out at twitch.tv/nimnim so you guys can see it live. We'll figure out what we're playing next. I don't know. Maybe it is time to bust out the Salamangreat.